Every man, at some point, has given his peace away for validation. A compliment, a glance, a moment of approval. Small, fleeting tokens that feel like gold when you don't yet know your worth. But what happens when she no longer gives it? When the woman who once praised you now turns cold, distant, or dismissive, the weak man panics. The Stoic remains still. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Validation is the sweetest trap the mind builds for itself. It convinces you that your value exists only in her recognition, that your reflection only matters if she sees it. The gaze of another does not define you. It only tests you. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. It is not her silence that hurts you. It is your imagination of what that silence means. You imagine rejection, failure, unworthiness, and in that imagination, you suffer more than truth could ever make you. The moment you no longer need validation, you become the man every woman secretly respects, because peace cannot be seduced, and strength cannot be manipulated. No man is free who is not master of himself. To master yourself is to break the addiction to approval. It is to look into the mirror and see your value, even when no one else does. Validation is a storm. A Stoic stands in the rain without begging for shelter. He does not chase praise. He embodies virtue. And in that stillness, he discovers the greatest power of all, the ability to remain whole, even when the world withholds its applause. A woman's greatest test is not what she says. It's what she stirs. She does not watch your words. She studies your reactions, because emotion to her is power, and your reaction is the mirror that reflects her own control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. When you react, you hand her the keys to your peace. When you stay calm, you hold the gate to your own kingdom. The weak man argues, pleads, explains. He believes that noise equals strength, but strength is not noise. It is the silence before thunder. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. Her emotion is not your enemy. It is your test. Every raised voice, every challenge, every moment that pulls at your calm. It is the battlefield where the Stoic trains his will. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When she provokes you and you stay composed, she does not see weakness. She sees mystery. Because stillness is not absence of feeling. It is mastery of it. In a world addicted to reaction, the man who can stay unmoved becomes the rarest kind of power. Do not mirror her chaos. Let her see her own reflection fade in your calm. For when her storms meet your silence, she remembers what peace feels like. And who carries it? In the ancient world, gold was power. But the Stoics knew attention was worth far more. Where your attention goes, your energy follows. And where your energy lives, your peace either grows or dies. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Your attention is the soil of those thoughts. If you give it freely, to drama, distraction, or desire, you allow weeds to choke your inner garden. But when you guard it fiercely, everything around you begins to bend toward your calm. A woman knows the value of your attention. She feels it when you give it, and senses it instantly when you withdraw. It is not your words she misses when you leave. It is the light of your focus that once made her feel seen. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. You lose yourself when you scatter your focus. You become ordinary when you chase what does not nourish your mind. But when you choose where to look, when you decide what deserves your notice, you reclaim control over everything that once controlled you. No man is free who is not master of himself. Mastery begins with attention. For the man who cannot control what he focuses on will forever be ruled by what distracts him. Your attention is not a gift to be wasted. It is a weapon to be wielded. The Stoic gives it not to those who demand it, but to what deserves it. And that is how he takes control. The Stoics spoke often of apatheia, a state not of numbness but of freedom from being ruled by passion. To the weak, indifference looks like arrogance. To the wise, it is balance, the art of staying centered while the world tries to pull you apart. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. We waste it chasing approval. We waste it reacting to every emotion, every glance, every silence. But the Stoic knows indifference is not a lack of feeling. It is the discipline of deciding what deserves your energy. He who is brave is free, and there is no bravery greater than walking away without bitterness. Indifference is not cruelty, it is calm wisdom. It is leading without chasing, guiding without grasping, loving without losing yourself. When something happens, the only thing in your power is your attitude toward it. Your indifference is your attitude refined, the quiet strength that cannot be bribed by beauty, nor shaken by loss. It's the power that draws others without effort, because it cannot be manipulated. She begins to notice what once went unnoticed, your silence, your stillness, your control. Because indifference to her validation is the language only power speaks. The Stoic leads not by dominance, but by detachment. He does not chase, he becomes what others chase. For when you no longer seek control, you are control. The greatest victory a man can achieve is not the conquest of others, but the calm command of himself. For emotions, like storms, will always rise. Anger will burn, desire will tempt, and pain will whisper. But the Stoic does not seek to destroy them. He learns to master them. You have power over your mind, not outside events. That is the essence of emotional mastery. To feel everything, yet be ruled by nothing. To look into chaos and remain unmoved. To love deeply, but never lose yourself in longing. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. And so the Stoic learns to quiet the imagination, the stories of rejection, the illusions of Conti,